Hi everyone, so we are back again, and this time we are working on the aggregate function. So when you take the aggregate function, it's broken down into three different components. The first one is the function number, and the function number refers to the type of function and the number that has been attributed to it. So when you look over here, there are different kinds of functions that you could perform within the aggregate function, and there are numbers that have been assigned to it. And the next syntax thereon is the option. So with the option, it allows you to choose whether it should ignore or omit certain columns or errors that are within your data set. So this is it also here, and that one too has numbers that have been attributed to it. So we now have an example. So assuming you want to add up the totals for the actual, when you use the simple sum here, it returns an error because there is an error at the payroll side. But when you use aggregate, this is what it does. Aggregate, it asks you which function do you want to perform, and for sum it is 9. So you select it, then you give your comma, then it asks you ignore nested subtotal and aggregate functions. But what you want to do is ignore error values. That's 6. You are trying to tell the formula to ignore error values. Then the next one is the array. So the array is the range of cells that you want to sum, and the range of cell starts from cell C9 to cell C13, and I close bracket and I press enter. So it sums everything up, ignoring the error that was even included in my data set. So that's one advantage to using of the aggregate tool. There are other functions within, but you can just go about your daily tasks just using this particular function in place of the sum function.